Live from Lagos, Nigeria, this is your special delivery. My name is Emmanuel Babayaro. You can call me the Godfather, and you will not be mistaken. In what I go? And here, he's always got my back. He's my man, my co-host, and my brother, the usual suspect, Edafe Machi.
How you doing, bro? Good to be back again.
Very good, brother.
It's time.
Looking like me, man. Getting some little muscles. Good. Okay. Hey, and let's say it's that time again. It's coming to you hot and fresh. One of the greatest out of Niger. She is a Commonwealth champion. And I tell you, I'm a prophet. She'll soon be a world champion. She's pretty, she's young, she's focused, and she is Ese Brume.
Hi, thank you for having me here.
Yeah, Ese Brume.
Thank you for having me here.
Over a dozen gold medals from 2015 up until now at international competition from junior level to senior level and a whole lot more. The list is endless, but I'm going to try to do justice to it and say anyone that is not correct, strike me out. But if I'm correct, just nod your head. Don't say a word, just nod your head. Okay, so 2015 Addis Ababa, you won the African Junior Championship gold in the 4 by 100 meter relay. Now we talk about long jump, but people didn't realize that you've been in all of these other activities before now. 2015, still in Addis Ababa, you also won the 100 meter silver medal. And in the triple jump in Addis Ababa 2015, you won the gold medal. Same way you won the 4 by 100 meter relay gold medal. And in 2013 at Bombos, I mean, because of you, we know that that place is a part of Africa. You also won silver medal at the triple jump. And then in that same country, you won the long jump gold medal. Just when you were done with the juniors, winning all these truckload of gold medals, you went into the senior categories. And in the All African Games in 2019 in Rabat, Morocco, you won gold. You must be used to gold. Now all your jewelries must be gold. And just when we thought that that was the end of it, you came to Asaba in the African Championship and you won gold in 2018. 2016, you also went to Durban and won gold in long jump. In 2014, in Marrakech in Morocco, you won gold again. Are you not tired of winning gold? Just when we thought that was the end of it in Birmingham in 2022, you lit up everybody's face with smiles, even with hardship going on. You won gold. And in 2019 in Doha, you won the long jump silver medal. 2022 in Eugene, you won the long jump silver medal as well. And then these were the World Championship. At the Olympics, against all odds, there was COVID, the preparation wasn't good, so many setback. At some point, your coach wasn't allowed to go with you, but you prove your mettle. You prove the stuff that you're made of, and you won us a beautiful bronze medal in Tokyo long jump. Ese Brume, I say welcome to Special Delivery.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ese Brume, Godfather, today christens you the Bling Girl. Because she's on gold.
Absolutely
She's
all
on
gold. I was told you were spotted at the inter-sport competition somewhere in Ughelli, and you were dragged to the Delta State team, and the rest, as I say, is history. That's what everybody always say. But I need you to tell me the story, starting from St. Teresa Grammar School, yeah, in Ughelli, up until this point. Let's hear your side of the story, how this whole thing started.
So it all started when I was in high school. And then our games master just came and was like, okay, we need to take you girls to the track. And then you all are going to represent the school. So I went to the track that day and then I did the 400. So I came second. And at the end of the day, the teacher was like, okay, you guys are not going home. And we're like, why? We didn't tell our parents, that we're coming for an event. And he was like, yeah, you all are government properties now. Well, how? How is that possible? So he then explained to us that we're going to represent our state for the National School Sports Festival. And that was how the whole thing started.
So help me dot all those lines now. Fill up all the gaps. National School Sports Festival, National Sports Festival, the selection, the names and places, the coaches you met, the teammates you worked with, and let's fill the gaps as we go.
So it was in 2008, and then went for that. It was called ECHO. I mean, yeah, Lagos National School Sports Festival. That's what it was called. And then I represented Delta, and then I haven't met my coach, Coach Kayode Yaya. It was that same year I met Coach Kayode Yaya. And then because he was far away from me, he lives in Benin, but I, reside in Delta. So I was just going to the stadium, to join other girls to train. I just go there, and then the coach there at that time would just tell me to go to the long jump pitch. I would just be there, jumping on the sand. Not until the first time I met coach, he came, and then, he spoke to us, and, he made some sense, when he spoke to us, and I really enjoyed his teaching that day. And we took a long walk from Ughelli Stadium down to, because I live at Ogenorita. You know Ughelli very well,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah. And then we took a walk down to the market. Until we got to the market, we were just talking, and he was doing all of the talking, and I never said a word until we got to the market, and that was how we left that day. And
May I
then
pry? What was he saying?
he was just talking to me about sports, what it entails, and trying to, encourage me to keep training, that, it's very possible for me to achieve great heights, that I have the ability, that it may not seem so at that moment, but, it takes patience and grace. So he was just talking, and then he mentioned some other people, that are into sports and that are doing well as well. And he talked about a blessing as well, and then his wife, Christiana Igone. And I enjoyed, all of the discussion that day, and I said to myself, okay, I'm going to try this. And luckily for me, 2010, my parents took me to Benin, and thank God I met Coach Kayode again, and that was how I started training with Coach K.
How did your parents accept you? I mean, we send you go school, all of a sudden
You begin jump.
we're jumping and running all over the place. And a typical Niger Delta family wants their children to be doctors, engineer, lawyers, or something. And you want to run. And you are a girl, not even a boy. You want to run and be jumping. Let's talk about that.
So, my parents actually, they have interest in sports because my mom was a sports person. Yeah, she did a handball while she was young. When she was young, she did a handball, and she actually did a triple jump, but not for long.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have interest in sports.
So you migrated from Ughelli, let's use the word jackpot now. You jackpot from Ughelli to Benin, and destiny collided you again with the coach who gave you so much conversation in one long walk from stadium, like behind the motor park, to Haganeta. Man, that's a long distance, yeah. That's
If I was not a coach myself, I would have said that coach is a pimp. Because that means he was talking for a very long time. That's what pimps do. But being a coach myself, I understood what was going on. The man has seen tomorrow.
Sure.
Because that's what happens when we see talents.
absolutely.
Especially when we see these rare talents. Because a lot of times the talents don't even know themselves. So he sees
Yeah.
one, and he knew at that moment that he needs to convince her to believe in herself. And as youngsters at the time, I'm sure when he's talking, you're just nodding, you're just listening. In your mind, a lot of things is going on.
Sure.
If from your own statement, you said when he was done, you said to yourself, he made sense. Suddenly he makes sense. That's a really beautiful tale. You understand what I'm saying? But I think I want you to take it a notch further. Because beyond all that, you went to this meet. We want to still know further, all the way to the national team. You understand what I'm saying? Representing Nigeria and what that meant for you, how you got there, and the psychology behind you getting there. And to every of these tournaments, the psychology behind you becoming a bling girl, like I christened you.
So when I went for the National School Sports Festival, I came second behind one of the state champ. And then that inspired me, it motivated me. And then they took me, I had the opportunity to meet with the governor of our state at that time, Udwaga. And then he gave me, money and all that. And he said some words to encourage me. And that was when I also met with Amaju Pinnick. So that was the first time I met him. And then they took me to the Ughelli team so I could join them to train, because then I haven't met Coach Kayode. It was after the competition here I met Coach K. Then I went for the festival. My first festival it was my first senior competition in Port Harcourt, where I came sixth behind all of the foreign-based. And then I said to myself, I'm like, no, next time I'll make sure that none of the foreign-based, are in front of me. I said that to myself as a young girl then. So after that time, I met with Coach K. I started training with Coach K in Benin. And then I was actually improving. So I went for my next National Sports Festival. That was in 2012. So I came second. And I was very happy and proud of myself because it was just Blaise Nukabari that was ahead of me. I was so happy. So I said to myself, that's okay. Now it's time to go for gold. So 2013, I went for the African Junior in Mauritius. So I won the long jump, and then I was also in the relay team. I did well too in the relay team. Then 2014, I went for the World Junior. I went as the world leader, but I couldn't make it to the finals. And then I was supposed to leave from there to the Commonwealth in Glasgow, but the president was like, no, they shouldn't take us and other stuff, that we couldn't compete with our mates. So what are we going to do in senior categories, stuff like that. And the technical director at that time, Commodore Nesema, was like, no, it's good you encourage these kids. You never can tell. We already got the tickets. Why don't you just let them go and explore, get the experience? And that was how I went to Glasgow, and then I won, and everyone was amazed.
So from that movement of not going, and Nasemia showed up, and then you guys went to Glasgow. It's not just about the winning now. Tell us your experience arriving in Glasgow, the training, the routines, the food, the whole competition, the people you were competing against. So it's not Nigerian, foreign base, and local base anymore. Everything that went down in Glasgow.
So arriving there in Glasgow, I had few days to the competition. I arrived 2 days to when I was to compete, and there wasn't time for me to train anymore. Though back in the US, where I went for the junior competition, there was no coach there with me. There was no jumps coach there with me. So on getting to Glasgow, I had Mr. Yusuf with me. So we worked, it was Mr. Yusuf. We worked together, and I just had to stay relaxed because I had nothing to lose. That was what was just going on in my mind while I was in Glasgow. I had nothing to lose after all. I wasn't competing with my mates. But then I said to myself that yes, I'm still going to, put in some effort to it, to prove to these people also that they are bringing me in there, is not a waste of time and money. So I got in there. I called my coach. We spoke, and then he encouraged me and told me not to lose focus. So I had to bring myself back into the game, and I competed. The food was great, yeah. But I wasn't used to it, to be honest.
Okay.
And no be a banner.
I like that. I like that. Also, my very representatives. Now, what I wanted to ask was because, as a sportsman, when you hear certain things going on in sports, it really touches you. When you were telling your story, it was so sweet until suddenly I heard someone, a president, said, oh, no, they shouldn't go. Is it president of the Federal Republic or president of what? Who's that?
AFN president.
The AFN president at that time.
You know what I'm saying to myself? Whoever gave him that advice that you people should go for the mere fact that it's even an experience, you gain more experience and exposure from that. Because I want to believe probably your trip there is probably even a turning point even for yourself. Because she said something at some point. At first, I said to myself, I have nothing to lose. I'm just going to compete. I'm here anyways. And then she speaks to her coach. And then the coach encourages her. She's like, okay, you know what?
Get your head back in the game.
I'm going to give it everything. It's a turning point. So when I hear this kind of stories, it really touches me. You understand what I'm saying? So, but what I want to understand from you now is, from your standpoint, from your own standpoint, what propelled you from one step to the other? Apart from Coach K. Because I know the next thing I hear now is Coach K. Apart from Coach K, what propelled you from one step to the other while going through the same narrative as you were going that we asked earlier on?
So one of the major thing is my spiritual life. I have to be honest with you. I always put God, first in whatever I'm doing.
She's better than you.
Yeah, very important. That's what my coach has taught me right from the very first day we met. He has helped my spiritual life, and he converted me actually. And that has been my base, and that has been, what has brought me this far. So my spiritual life and then my coach backing me up.
Did you ever, you're from the Niger Delta, and you know that thing we say worrying in the carry last, but it's not just a worry thing, it's actually a Niger Delta thing. Did you ever look at yourself and say, you know what, I'm coming from the ghetto, right? I'm going to prove a point. Was there anything like, I'm going to be the first person from my family to go this high, to win national honors? Was there anything like that? Or do your parents call you and say, you know the house where you from, come, make sure say you don't fall our hand, that kind of conversation?
Not really. They never said so to me. Not at all. But I knew where I was coming from, and I knew my purpose, Each time I'm out there to compete, I always remember purpose. That's what our coach taught us. And that has been working. Our purpose is for impartation, so we can impact lives, especially the lives of the young girls looking up to us. And that has been working.
So let's hitchhike on this journey in a bit. Competition after competition. Glasgow was the turning, like the Godfather said. Glasgow was a turning point. God bless Nesema wherever he is. And from that point on, you went back to the Commonwealth again and you won. But before you went back to the Commonwealth recently, there were other competition. Now you'd become a professional. You've tasted victory and you don't want to let it slip again because the first one is the hardest one. After that, the other ones will fall in line. That's why I was told by my coach when I was coming up. How did you start running on that lane?
So 2014 was my breakthrough. 2015, I got injured. So I couldn't really perform. I actually went for the All African Games in 2015 with an injured leg, but I couldn't perform. So I managed until 2016, where I went for Rio. I wasn't fully healed because I was told that I had to go in for surgery, but I refused, believing God for healing. And then I went to Rio, and I came 5th overall. I was very happy, with my performance, and my coach also was impressed with my performance. And then we had to go back to work, and then 20, 20,
17.
2016, no, 2017, yeah, 2017. I didn't perform much. Why? Because 2016, immediately after the Olympics, I gained admission into school, University of Eastern Mediterranean, and I had no one to train me, nobody. So my school had to employ my coach, Coach Kayode.
But you went to a school.
Yeah.
What was the conversation? Because I mean, Kayode didn't just show up out of nowhere. It didn't just pop up in the radar. He's not from Cyprus. You got admission into a school in Cyprus, far away from Nigeria. Coach Kayode is somewhere either in Lagos or in Benin, wherever he was. What was the conversation between you and the sports board of the Eastern Mediterranean School in Cyprus that necessitated the desire to now employ a coach? Because first of all, you're a student. The coach is not obligated to employ a coach for you. What brought about that? Tell us the conversation that went on with the school.
So 2016, immediately after the Olympics, I got endorsed by Adidas based on my performance at the Olympics. So I made my school understand that I'm a professional athlete, and they still insisted on, giving me scholarship to school there. So while I was there, the school coach there, he's a nice person, but he doesn't know the kind of training that works for me. He doesn't know what I've been doing, and other stuff. So I told them and explained to them that I need my coach with me because my contract is at stake. I need to perform. It's very important for me. I spoke to them and they were like, okay, they're going to see what they can do about it. So they spoke with the rector and they liked the idea of them, bringing my coach. And that was how they communicated with my coach and they made everything work, like bringing him in.
So in Cyprus, you broke like every record that was available that's existed and the one that never existed. First off, you became the first the student in that school to be allowed to do professional athletics work
Yes.
and earn pay. To bring your own coach, not from America, not from Europe, but from Africa, that everybody kind of like reads very bad. Did Coach K or Coach Kayode, whichever one works, train only you, or he was not required to train other girls and other athletes in the school?
He started training other athletes. I mean, while I was there, other girls, they came, both girls and boys, they came and, they were interested in sports because of me. So coach were also training them and we had so many athletes while he was there.
So it goes back to what you said before, that you're running for impact. It was Tilly Jakes that said that God does not bless you for you, but he blesses you so that you can be a blessing to others. So naturally, your one blessing now opened the door for not just Coach K, but for all the students there. Talk to me. I mean, you went to Glasgow, the food was nice, but it wasn't, according to you, not be ever. How was the food and the life and the language in Cyprus? There's no Ogo soup, there's no banga, there's no kodo, there's no eba. How was the whole new culture over there?
At first, it was weird because going to Cyprus, I hated chicken when I got there. So it was that bad. But I discovered that we could get African foods from the next city. And then later on, we discovered that there was a girl selling African foods, and that was how I survived. So I was able to...
If she was going to die, African food would first me.
The Mediterranean is the dream of everybody. Great seafood, shrimps, and all that. But you're still missing your African food. Which kind of pikin you be?
Imagine you miss seafood in Bangai, Lugo.
I like that. Now that brings me to something a little bit on the softer side. It happened to even the best of us. It happened to me. The very first time I found myself outside the shores of this land, that was in Brazil. My very first trip outside this country was Brazil, the under 20, and then suddenly I saw a tap that would dispense juice. Juice that I've never seen in my entire life when I was growing up in the ghetto. And suddenly I saw a tap that would dispense juice. And do you know what we'll do then? I'm not kidding. I did it with a lot of us did it, but I'm saying I did it too. I'm not gonna lie. You know, it got to a stage. You go and take this big Rambolis bottle, water bottle. You go and throw the water away. You come and stand close to that tap and be pouring juice. When we go for breakfast, when people go and take juice in the cup and go back to their table, I will take juice and I'll see still of that same place taking juice. It was crazy.
In other words, the Godfather was once a Mugu.
I remember my first time in one of those.
No, you don't understand me. In other words, the Godfather was once a Mugu.
Godfather has always been a godfather.
But it was once a Mugu.
You know, and then this other time again, my very first time on a sensor shower.
Yeah.
You know, the one you need to get a bit closer for the water to run. And then I wouldn't get close. I'm like, where is the tap? I didn't look for tap. It took some 5-10 minutes for someone who was coming to bathe and saw me struggling. Hey, all you need to do is just go close. So what was your own? I want to know how it was the very first time. What was your own move? This man they talk, he has plenty. Ajala has plenty, but let's hear yours first. What was your own?
I don't know if I have.
Good. Should I say my first experience on the plane? Jesus, it was crazy. I didn't want to eat. I was scared because I thought I was going to pay for the food.
Oh, Lord. Essay. Oh. I looked at her. She thought she was going to pay for the food on the flight.
I thought I was going to pay. So my teammate, thank God, luckily for me, my teammate was beside me. So he was like, Ese, come on, eat. So he was the one helping me talk to the air hostess, the flight attendant. And that was how I ate that day. But then, my first time when I went to Mauritius, they made, what was it called? They gave us rice. You know, instead of stew, the sauce was boiled beef with pineapple inside of it. How now?
Okay. Okay, so I have my own. It was in 2014. And as a 2014, I've been to like 50 countries. So it wasn't supposed to be a big deal. Then I went to Brazil. I went to Brazil and the food, there's rice. Brazil have more beans than any other country in the world. Big beans, slimy beans and all that. There was rice, there was beans, and there's this small egg. But then the stew is pepper that he puts inside the olive oil bottle. I'm used to stew. Like stew. My mother is a Yoruba woman. She cooks stew, the highest, dry stew. And I had to turn that thing on top of it. Listen, for 1 week, I don't eat to. I just pick egg and pick fish and then I'll go. Because I cannot imagine myself eating it. But when hungry beat me, I adapted. That was the hardest one. But let's come back to it. This is not about me and my Mugu-ish, but we now know that the Godfather has been a Mugu like many times. Yeah. Let's come back to you.
And the champion was as well.
She's
excusing before this, even now.
She said,
Even on air, you're excusing. Edafe.
Okay. So let's go back.
Are you not my brother?
I have your brother, which is my daughter. Okay, so let's put it this way. Sometimes when we talk about the process of going from here to there, it look very easy. Let's talk about the days where you did not want to train, but you have to train, because this is what make people like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Austin J.J. Okocha, Sunday Olise, Amokachi. This is what separates them from the guys who didn't make it on the streets, right? Those days where you didn't want to get out of the bed, what got you out of the bed to go and hit the track?
Especially during strength and conditioning. It's crazy.
So tell me the story.
But then, our strength and conditioning is really difficult, I'll say, that's the period I'm in now. But each time I feel so tired and, I feel like I want to quit. Like, the training is just too hard. And when you get there, coach will be like, stuff like that. I just say to myself, when I think of me losing, I'll stand up. I'll rise from the bed because I don't want to lose.
You have an amazing relationship with your coach. And sometimes in sports, we always say that the relationship between a male coach and a female coach crosses the line most of the time, and there are accusations. But we've checked, like, there is no point in time where anybody's accused Coach K of crossing the line with women. And I mean, the Godfather will agree with me on this. Sports people, men and women, know how to throw off their clothes anytime. Have you managed to stay on track with male coaches in your life? And have you dealt with harassment? Have you dealt with racism? Have you dealt with discrimination? You know, the more you win, the more you win. They say in sports, the more enemies you make. If you're not winning, nobody talks about you. No, but now that you're winning, the people who are your friends become your enemies. Let's talk about that side, the ugly side of sports.
Um, Luckily for me, I've never, experienced that. And
Even from administrators.
uh, that's
Ese,
right. Yes.
look at my face. Look at me very well. This is the Godfather. Look at me, Ese. I want you to speak the truth, Ese.
Fine girl like this.
This is my podcast. Only the truth in my podcast. Please tell us the truth.
Just set me free.
So,
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
So luckily for me, I've not experienced that, and I try as much as possible not to put myself in such condition, such atmosphere, and that's why I pray. So God doesn't put me in such atmosphere. I try as much as possible to separate myself from such things. And thank God I'm blessed with, a coach that is God-fearing, and he enlightens us, all the time. And, he gives us awareness, he teaches us so many things outside of sports as well, all we need to know about sports and, outside of sports. So it has made, sports life easy for me, and it has helped me on how to deal with things, and I'll say that I'm good.
So let's journey through, apart from that gap in 2015, 2016, and 2017, or probably 2016 and 2017, where you had injuries. You seem to have had it smooth sailing. Let's deal with some things off the field, off the track. Things that have happened to you outside, apart from food, eating rice with banana or beef with pineapple. Now, let's deal with, you know, let's deal with discrimination and racism. If you ever face that, and your fellow athletes turning on you, because that happens.
uh, of course people talk, but they won't come to you directly, you
Yeah.
understand. So for racism, there's actually racism, the way we African athletes are being treated is different from how the Americans are treated. And let's say for contracts, for example, the way we are being contracted is way different, compared to the Americans, the
European,
yeah,
Jamaicans.
the Europeans, and other, parts of the world. But still, because of our performance, we are, I'll say that we are underrated. But our performance is what speaks for us. And aside that too, for I mean, our fellow athletes, talking about our fellow athletes, talking about us based on our performance and other stuff, uh, is normal. Stuff like that are what also, motivates us. It's good. Let them talk. We'll keep winning and they'll keep talking, right? So.
It dey pain them, but it dey sweet us. It dey sweet us. I say it dey pain them.
Yeah. It's in her own way. Because Glasgow 2014 was for you the moment. Because I mean, you've had gold in junior meet, but I mean, as an athlete, we all know that what we win at junior level, we really don't take it serious. We're just playing. We're just playing and we're just winning.
Developmental.
It's developmental. But then when you get to that point where somebody says, I beg you, they're not good enough, they will fail. And then you go compete not with your mates, but older athletes. Can you compare any of your other subsequent gold medal winning feats with what happened in Glasgow? Because for you, Glasgow is like what James Ingram said in his song. First cut is the deepest. It's always going to be your first cut. It's going to be your deepest cut. Is there any other meet, any other victory you've
Use
had?
that.
First cord is the deepest is music. I don't know. Get your head out of the gutter. Jesus Christ. I thought you said you were a pastor now. Which other winning compared to Glasgow?
The Olympics. Yeah, because 2018, I was deprived from going to the Commonwealth.
What happened?
The reason was that I was injured, of which I don't know of. I wasn't aware of.
Who cooked up that injury story? Because I heard it too.
Yeah, so how can an injured person go compete 2 weeks after the Commonwealth and then break the meet record?
Okay.
I wasn't injured, so I went immediately after the Commonwealth. I went for a meet, my first meet, and then I broke the record. I did a 682, which is one centimeter behind my PB. And then 2019, I went for the Olympics, Tokyo Olympics, and then I won a bronze medal at the Olympics. But
2020, you mean?
yeah, sorry, 2020. I wanted to talk about Doha, 2019 in Doha. Yeah, but I had to struggle for them to take my coach with me because I do have challenge with that.
You started having this issue where the AFN, the AFN would say, no, we have a coach. Take, for instance, when you were going to the Olympics, you have a coach in Ibadan that they want to go with you. They don't want Coach Kayode to go with you, but you always insist. Where did you get it from? There's no Nigerian that have done that. Where did you get the confidence to say, if it is not Coach K, I'm not going? And do you find it difficult to work with other coaches if it's not Coach K?
Not that I find it difficult to work with other coaches, but I feel more spirited and more encouraged and enlightened when I'm with my coach. And I always like my coach to be there with me because I feel I can do more when I have him with me. Yeah.
We've been talking athletics. Let's get out of the athletics, boss. We've been too nice. We've been too sporty. Bless Essay, sorry. What kind of child are you at home? To your siblings, to your friend growing up, and you're a church girl, okay?
And now it don't happen for you, Seth. How you doing?
What kind of child are you? Do you cook? Do you run around? Are you the stubborn one? Are you the one that will blackmail your parents so that you don't do anything? Because we have all that. Okay. I don't know how you look. I mean, assassins don't look like they're assassins.
Maybe I'm gonna go ask Coach K.
Then whenever I see Coach,
Yes,
whenever I
now.
see Coach K,
How many years now?
Don't worry. You are sitting here, okay, but you are here now.
I'm the quiet one and I cook. Yes.
favorite food you cook?
No play with my palm oil rice. So
Everybody from the Nigerian side can do that.
not everybody can make the one Ese makes. Okay. I'm very good with. I can cook a lot and I run errands and I'm like my siblings' mom. So I'm like their mother.
I hope you know all these things you're saying. No play with your palm oil rice. No do this. I run errands. I'm this, and I hope you are increasing. You're increasing the numbers of your suitors. By the time they hear these guys, will start lining up like from here tomorrow. Call.
I don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be need for that because there's already somebody there already, and I heard from the grapevine that she's in love and seriously in love.
Grapevine.
Yeah.
I don't understand though. She know you put person for Denny.
Are we gonna tell that? Okay. Style.
Why could this poor mountain, you know.
Exactly. What for your market? Well, we are special delivering it specially. You know, special people all around the world, man.
I will go
And now
to-
you're there
Some
telling,
people-
you're telling people.
Some
go
people
there.
in a good state will watch this now. And, it's not me that is
They
saying.
will go do Ogun.
I don't know if they will do that.
She's spirited.
But so let's come back. You've from being the first, obese athletes behind 6 foreign professionals. You're now say foreign professional. How does it come like mixing up with the Toby Amusons, Blessing Akagbari, a beautiful, brilliant, and amazing personality, and the rest of the Nigerian international athletes? How does the relationship work?
Oh God, so sweet.
So sweet. Talk to me about Blessing, about Toby, and Chuku. What's her name again?
Rosemary Shukuma.
Yes, Chukuma, and the others.
Ah, it's so nice when we all are together. To be honest.
So talk about
At
each
for-
one of them.
For Blessing Okagbare, oh Jesus. My first experience with her was so wonderful. It was when we went to Morocco, Marrakesh for African Senior Champ 2014. So after the event, she called every one of us to her room. And then we're just, happy, celebrating, dancing. And she was, spraying us dollar. Junior athletes now, plus allowance.
They like Tanisha, I'm telling you.
We all like money anyway.
So she was just spraying us, giving us money like that. And we're so happy. After that event, the next time we went for competition again, that's how she will bring snacks and all that for us, the younger ones. And, we'll compete to eat. Sometimes, if it's a place where they have, African restaurants, she'll take us to African restaurant to make sure we eat, something we like, something good, so we'll feel good and be ready for our competition. Sometimes it will be, after the event, just to make us happy. Blessing is sweet. I mean, she's a nice
This is the
person.
beauty of special delivery.
Yeah.
People do not have this picture of Blessing Okagbare.
Wow.
And she just said the most amazing thing I've ever heard of another athlete. Now, to the average Nigerian, Okagbare is this, Okagbare is that, but look at it. Look at it coming from a champion.
I'm almost crying.
It's very touching. I'm so touched because this is one thing, I think this is one of the greatest things special delivery has done, to bring out these sort of stories. But I want to know also something very quick before we start rounding up, before we start winding down. Once upon a time, you were home-based. Like you said, you came 6 behind the foreign base. I'm sure those for them, they do Nyanga and all that stuff. And now you're foreign-based. What is your relationship with the home base now? Did they come to their own shakara too?
Yeah, spread that dollar.
Please bless them.
So
I
now,
mean, they
when
bless them.
service shakara, no go fish shakara give another person.
Come on, don't be giving us this.
It's true. No, but it's true. I'm nice to everyone, and I'm close to each and every athlete, especially the home-based. I love them, and I try to be in close contact with them. And I have some that they come to my house. They come to our house. We eat together. We play together. We train together. I was brought up really well by my coach, and I know what it means. I know where I'm coming from, so I know, I know what it means to be a home-based athlete. So I make sure not to be, apart from them. I, carry them along. The ones I can help, I do the best I can to help, and, I leave the rest for God.
What has been the most difficult part of this whole journey to where you are right now? Because you reached a place where I don't know if this is the highest level. You're still making progress. You went from just that girl from
Really.
Ughelli, and when we use the word Ughelli,
That threat to the market also.
okay,
You from Ughelli, that girl from Ughelli that threat.
okay.
To the market.
So you would understand this very well. You, if you're Akbochi, if you're Jagba, the Ughelli, Divine, the Ughelli
Connection.
kids
Ughellians.
understands that I mean, people talk about Worry, people talk about Saple. Ughelli is always the backbench. Like, we don't think. But you guys are taking over. And how do you, when you look back, what do you have to say to the boy or the girl growing up in Afisiri, Ekugo, all of those areas? What do you have to say to them right now that you are on top of the game? Like, you're really the one that everybody's looking up to. What do you have to say to them?
I like to say to them that it's not impossible, because to be honest, I was nothing until I became something. And if I, Ese Brume, if I can do it, they themselves can do better. So I always say to them not to relent, keep focused, be determined, most of all be disciplined, and then be dedicated. And I always advise them to make sure they believe in what they believe in, especially believing in God is very important. And then to believe in their coach, because the blessing of a coach is also like the blessing of a father is very important. And I think that's what has been helping me so far.
Well said, well said. Now, I want to ask you one quick question before we go to the next segment of this interview. Now, my question is simple, because I understand firsthand. Don't forget, I'm a friend of athlete. I'm an athlete myself as a footballer. I understand athletes, every athlete has one routine, one ritual that they undertake before any meet, like some 1 hour before their meet, some 30 minutes before their meet, and all that. What is your own ritual before that bling? Before you go collect that bling, what is your own ritual before every meet?
So before every meet, most of the times, I fast. I fast and I pray. But the times I don't fast, the few times I don't fast, I take the whole day, like a day before my competition, I take the whole day to sing praises to God and worship God. Yeah, that's what I do before I go for my...
Essay.
Yes.
Let's say I stumble on your library or your music playlist. What are the music that I most likely are going to see? The artist, the title of the tracks. What are the ones I'll have?
Mercy Shimon, she's my favorite artist because I love this song. Jesus, you love me too much, oh.
You
Can
both
go
look alike,
crazy for you. Jesus, you love me too much, oh. Too much, oh. Too much, oh, excess love.
Right. It's okay. Are you going to, when you retire from smart, are you going to become a mommy Gio, like set up a church? Because
Shane God call me Sha, but then he don't already call me now. I dey do the work.
call you to the do long jump, Abi.
Yes, now. If I impact for people life through the sports, not be calling me that.
But that an offering they come. Yeah, I thought we was offering they come. But they come.
Your own pastor free. This is now so.
God that already blessed me like that now, so.
Yeah. So what are we looking forward to in Ese Brume? There's a whole lot, and in the sport that you are in, who are your competition? Who are the people you like? Man, I can lose to anybody, but I don't want to lose to this person. Who's that? You know what I mean? We all have that person, even in school. Like, if I fail, but make this one fail with me, I can't let her pass me. Who's that person?
To be honest, they say me, I don't like to lie. I don't see anyone as a rival. I don't see anyone as a competitor or opposition or anything. I compete against my own self. Yeah, because each time I try to better myself, to better my mark. So I don't compete, because the moment I start, rivalry against someone, I'll be limited to that person's ability. That's what my coach taught me.
Wow.
So I don't have any rivalry. I compete against myself, try to better myself, my marks at every point in time.
You've competed in Port Harcourt, in Abuja, in Lagos, out of this country, in Doha, Glasgow, Birmingham, US, everywhere, Doha. What's that place when you hear there is a meet, you just get to like the seventh or ninth heaven and say, "Ah, that's my city." What's your favorite city or country or place that you go to compete?
Right. I love Doha. Yes. And um, I love the United States where I did my PB, Chula Vista. I've been there just once and I wish to go back there. And then I love Turkey because that was where I did my first 7 meters. That was where I had the breakthrough for 7 meters, my first 7 meters. And I would love to compete also in what's it called? Birmingham. Why? Because of the crowd. They were so supportive of me.
Okay, so let's do something called the numbers game. How many personal best have you done in your career? So you need to talk to us about how you went through that journey of, hitting those numbers, doing your personal best at every given time. So it started from 5.2 or so.
502.
5.02.
Yeah.
It started from 5.502 to 7.
502, which was National Sports Festival, and then 5.8. And then 5.8 was a National Sports Festival as well in Port Harcourt. And then I went over to 602 meters. And that was supposed to take me to a competition in Spain. I mean, to represent the juniors, but they didn't take me. And then I went over to 617 at the National Sports Festival in 2012. And from 617, I went over to 63. 63, I went to 66. Then from 66, I went straight down to 683. And then I linked from 683 to straight up to 7 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, 705. And then I went over to 717 in the States, Chula Vista. That was why I said I
You want to go back?
Yeah.
So you can do 8 points.
So let's envelope your experiences now. And there are two places that always come to mind. In Doha, where the plane left you, and the Olympic in Tokyo. It was what they call it, the COVID Olympics. How was the whole thing? And that Olympic, your coach again was almost not going to join you. Give you another coach from Ibadan, and somehow, some people stepped up and your coach showed up. I said the experience and then the fans' reaction, because we've never really get you talk about how fans have reacted to you all over different places. We've seen the Cyprus people receiving you glowingly. Please share your experience.
2020 Olympics. To be honest, I wasn't at first because it was supposed to be held in 2020, the year 2020, but I wasn't ready because of COVID. I was ready. And when COVID struck, I relaxed, and then they moved it to 2021. So 2021, I was fully prepared. I would say probably it was because of me they moved it to 2021. Yeah, I was fully prepared, and we're having issues on the coach thing, but luckily for me, my coach went with me eventually, and then I was able to compete alongside, with my coach, with my coach by my side, and I was able to perform well. Things didn't really go well with, athletes over there, but we tried not to, we tried to keep the focus, and thankfully things went well, and I won a bronze medal. I was there alone with my coach. Everyone had left. And the flight I was supposed to travel with, they said because I didn't leave with that same flight when I was leaving Turkey, Cyprus, they said I can't return with the same flight. With my return ticket. So my school had to get another ticket for me. And that was how I traveled back. And for Doha was I just did my first 7 meters in Turkey, and then I went straight over to Doha. the weather there actually affected me, and but I didn't relent because Naija like do they talk am no dey carry last. So so coach was like, keep hydrating yourself. It will help you. Keep hydrating yourself. I kept doing that. Myself and Toby, like I said before my competition, we always pray and fast. We prayed and we fasted before the event for our competitions, and thank God everything went well. Toby came fourth. She wasn't so happy with her performance, but she was grateful to God. And I came third with the only bronze medal, the only medal for Nigeria. And I was happy and I was grateful. It wasn't a gold, but it was a golden bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were all happy and grateful to God. On getting to Turkey, after my competition, I was surprised with the whole fan thing. My school came with about four four buses, those rose buses waiting for me, filled with students, people, citizens of the country waiting for me at the airport. It was amazing.
Can you indulge me, please, my brother? I can't help but just be mesmerized by this woman's story. I just have just one more question. Because as a sportsman, I feel you. He's a sportsman as well, but sometimes he get diluted by politics. But I just almost feel your story. Because no, something got me. She was abandoned, but yet she still brought this country her only medal.
Yeah.
That is some story.
She was left behind enemy
People don't
lines.
know this. Thank God for special delivery. She was abandoned, and yet she did not relent. With her coach, they got this country her only medal.
And the funny thing is, the ticket, it was a school that got her a ticket to change it.
Imagine that. It was a school.
The country still didn't care.
This country still did nothing. It's amazing. But please, before the rapid questions, because that's like rapid fire, that rapid question, trust me. Before that segment, I need you to take us for just 1 minute, take us your Olympic experience. Because everybody have an Olympic story. I'm an Olympian, don't forget that. You're an Olympian, so I'm actually your general secretary, So yes, we have what is called the Olympic story. Can the world share from your Olympic story just for 1 minute? Indulge us, your Olympic story. Just that thing that tickles you about the Olympics. Because I remember you said here when he asked you what was better than your medal in
Glasgow.
you said the Olympics medal. So let us have your Olympic story, please.
So the previous Olympics, that's Rio 2016, I was fifth. And going to Tokyo, I said to myself that I'll definitely be on the podium for sure. That I wasn't gonna, leave or return without any medal, and I've been working towards that. And I pray with my coach, and there is this program we do in church. I know you guys will be like, okay, it's all the church thing. Yeah, it helps me. So it's called Shiloh. I did a sacrifice, and I prayed and I committed,
You did sacrifice. What did you sacrifice?
I mean, we thought, no. I
But then you
mean,
share
like
blood.
envelope, no.
Like
Like
actually,
offering.
pastor, I told
Yeah.
you, man.
So we usually give offering, like Shiloh sacrifice, what you think, whatever comes from your heart. Yeah, which I did. And then I prayed with my coach before we left. We prayed. And right there at the Olympics, right there in Tokyo, myself and Toby, we fasted and we prayed. We fasted and we prayed and we committed, the competition into God's hands, because there was a crisis, but we tried not to let that affect us in any way, even though we were not so happy with the whole situation, but we tried not to let that affect us. And my friend competed, I competed, and everything went well, just as I asked God. Everything went well. At first, I was being underrated. by the commentators and other people, because usually they will say, okay, these are the top 3 people or top 6 people that will make it. But I wasn't rated, and I went there as the world leader, but still I wasn't rated. But then,
Can you believe that?
yeah, but then thankfully I qualified. I made the standard for the qualification, and right from the beginning of the finals, I was already on the medal table.
Wow.
Yeah, I was already at the medal table.
All right, that's beautiful. And as beautiful as all this story sounds, this is the moment of truth.
Let's get happy.
Even though you've always told the truth, like you keep saying, to be honest, honest. Now we need you to be honest. This is the moment of truth. You have less than a second to answer every
You
question.
can't dodge it.
We won't take.
You can't pass.
Don't answer. You know what they
You
say?
have
If you think about an answer, it means you want to lie. So don't think. Just give it straight. Emmanuel and Edafe. Let's go.
Drum roll. Let's go. Who do you consider as Nigeria's or probably Africa's greatest female athlete?
Blessing Okagbare.
Wow. And for this one, what's more important to you? Bronze in the Olympics, silver at the World Championship, or setting a world record at the National Sports Festival?
My Birmingham.
So Birmingham. All right. But Birmingham is not on my option. It's not on the option.
Okay.
So I go back with the question. What's more important? Bronze at the Olympics, silver at the World Championship, and setting a world record at the National Sports
Bronze
Festival?
at the Olympics.
Wow. That's great. If you don't compete in long jump, what other sports would you have competed in and hope to win medals?
Football. I play football small.
Damn. Hey, what position were you playing?
I'm a keeper.
That she's keeping a lot of medals. A lot of medals.
Keeping money.
A lot of medals. Okay. These 3 you have to explain.
Okay.
These 3, this one question, 3 in 1 question. Who are you starting? Who are you benching? And who are you cutting at? The person you're cutting at, be out of the team. The one you're starting will be your starter, and the one you're benching is your backup to your starter. So listen to this name carefully. Chioma Ajua, Blessing Okagbare, Ruth Usoro. This is the hot spots.
Ewo.
Who starts, who bench, and who's leaving the team?
Who start to bench really?
Yeah.
It's getting more than 1 minute. Even.
Ewo.
It was not the option.
Choma, Blessing.
Ruth Usoro.
I'm not kicking out Ruth.
You could kick out one, I don't know.
Jesus.
What has Jesus got to do with?
Ruth, Blessing, Choma.
Who goes out?
Who goes out?
Who benches? Who starts?
Jesus. Why are you doing this to me?
I'm sorry.
You are not offending the gods. Just say.
Okay, Ruth starts because she's our future.
Blessing.
Blessing
So she
benches.
took you shopping.
To spray you dollars. And Choma, our first Olympic gold medalist,
Choma.
is the one you're dropping.
I'm not dropping her though.
Choma, you've been caught and you're a policewoman too.
She's the Ronaldo. She's the past.
All right, let's get this one. This one should be easy. What is Coach K's best or most popular quotes?
Impartation, the mother of all transformation.
Wow.
Now you're conscious, you don't be politician. Impartation. The mother of all
Transformation.
transportation.
Let me
Transformation. Is that? No. It's good.
Oil rice.
Top 5 songs on your playlist.
Jesus, you love me too much.
1.
Chinedumo.
2,
Then you were great, yes you were.
3.
Then is that to put in the song? No shadow you will hide on, mountain you will climb,
Okay.
but come
4.
to me. Yeah. Then I will sing the song. Yeah. This is from Simi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sing the song.
On the party when they do for Lagos City.
Song is that. It's Simi song. They can listen to it. What was it like when Toby broke that world record?
Jesus, our head was let loose.
How did you
Did you see the video?
tell me yours? I don't know. Just tell me from your own point.
Yes,
Consider it that I didn't see the video.
okay. I almost hurt myself that day, to be honest, because I was in the call room. We jumped and we leaped for joy.
That's great. So
Myself and Bruce.
let's talk about something that you brushed earlier on. What's your relationship status? Are you single, married, complicated, or waiting on God? Or do you have to make another sacrifice for us to attend the wedding and eat jollof rice?
I'm single, very much single.
Really?
Yes.
I was about
Larry, stop clapping. You guys are involved. You're not involved.
Listen, my dear. Is this one of the best or is this one of the best?
This is one of the best, and we hope that the next person that will come on the show will beat it. But time is up.
This
We
is
gotta go.
Godfather, man. You're coming from my heart. I really, 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 really appreciate your time here. It's been amazing. And I believe we're going to call on you some other time to come shed more light. There's still so much to tap in from you. You know, I'm sure your story has uplifted someone, because that's definitely uplifted me. I'm sure millions of people out there. You know, so we're very, very grateful to God for having you here on Special Delivery. We said it, we always delivered, especially for you. Thank you so very much for blessing us with your blessings, even though this is not blessing or cabaret. All right, thank you for blessing us with your blessings, and we hope to see you again. And of course, as usual, my man and my brother, Johnson. So sweet, it's so sweet. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed yourself just like we did, but I hope you did not mushy cry a little like we did. It was amazing. Marshall sweet. She's gone through a lot, but most importantly, she's a champion. And whenever I see Coach K, I'm gonna give him a very big handshake. He's a man. He's a man. Thank you so very much, guys, for having us until we come your way again. This is your special delivery. My name is Emmanuel Babayaro, and you can call me the Godfather, and you will not be mistaken. And what I go?
Go ahead. To the Maserati.